Thanks for staying with us here on This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. We're going to continue meeting the candidates who are running for statewide elected office on October 14th. Joining us now is Brandon Trosclair. He is running for Secretary of State. Brandon, thank you so much for joining us here on TWILA.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, let's learn a little bit about you. You actually have a few direct connections to not just agriculture, but to our consumers as well.
Yeah, so I'm in the grocery business. I have 13 grocery stores all across South Louisiana and into Mississippi. I've been in the grocery business for the most part my entire life. Since the day after I turned 15, I started mopping those floors in Rouse Market. And we started off with one little local fresh market, and now we have 13 stores. So, yes, sir. And
you also have some cows, some chickens of your own. Tell me a little bit about that. And we were just talking a little while ago about the Jersey cow you milk.
Right. So we do have a Jersey cow that we milk back home. Probably have 20, 25 chickens. Different count, it seems like every time we're counting. But and then we also have horses that we breed and raise, thoroughbreds and quarter horses. We do that here and in Arkansas as well. So we're heavily involved with the equine industry as well.
So home is where?
Gonzales, Louisiana. I have 16 acres out in the country in Gonzales, and I'm a good old country boy at heart. Grew up on family property, probably 2 miles as the crow flies from where I'm at now, and just always been outdoors, always been involved with horses and cows and chickens, and my dad had pigs at one time. So we've always been outdoor country folks. And of course, my dad's also always been in the grocery business. He started with Winn-Dixie way back in the early 70s when he got out of high school, and then it's in our blood, I guess.
So now you're going from the grocery business. I'm sure you'll still have that going, but
sure.
You're wanting to run for Secretary of State. What made you decide to run for this office?
Yeah, so I'm a guy, Avery, that's always had the attitude that I'm not going to sit on the sidelines. I love our country. I think this is the greatest country on the face of the planet, and I love my state. And I wasn't going to be the guy that would whine and complain about things and problems that we had at the state and local level without doing something about it and getting involved. And so I was the guy that was responsible for standing up to Joe Biden's massive government overreach with the vaccine mandate. And so when they announced the vaccine mandate, which would have said that your employees have to take the vaccine no matter what, or I had to fire them, I thought that was, again, a massive government overreach. Fought ourselves all the way to the United States Supreme Court, won that battle, and it's estimated that I saved over 80 million jobs across the country. And it was an honor of a lifetime to stand up for my business, but more so the American worker and my employees. And when I finished that, started working on election integrity here in Louisiana, working with our State Department and with a large group of people here across the state, and had a lot of vulnerabilities in our elections and a lot of problems. And ultimately, at the end, our State Department didn't do anything about it. And really, no one with political authority in Louisiana is doing anything about election integrity. So I said, if nobody else will do it, I'll do it myself. So that's why I decided to run for Secretary of State.
What do you see as the issues with the elections, and what do you propose to fix those issues?
Yeah, so the biggest thing that we have right now is we're the only state in the country, according to Louisiana Legislative Audit Report, that we can't audit our elections. That's huge, and that's been sent out to all of our state representatives and senators. One of my opponents, it's addressed to him. And again, we're the only state in the country you can't audit our elections. That's a huge problem. Number two is that we have outdated technology voting machines that are vulnerable to being hacked and manipulated. We have tons of proof on that, but there's a Haldeman report came out about a month ago saying the new machines, not even talking about the old machines, but the new machines that we have for early voting, which is 42% of our vote, that very machine can be hacked and manipulated in over 15 different ways, and our authorities wouldn't even know that it was being manipulated. So we're going to replace that with a hand-marked secure paper ballot. We had the Louisiana Voting Commission have hearings in the Senate 2 years ago, and every single expert that testified said hand-marked secure paper ballots was the safest and most secure way to have an election. So that's what we're going to replace it with. And another big problem that we have here is that we have an F in the accuracy of our voter rolls according to the Heritage Foundation. So in our analysis that we have over 700,000 people in Louisiana, which is 1 in 5 Louisianians, that are either inactive and ineligible and should be removed from the voter rolls according to the law. So you got extremely dirty voter rolls, you got vulnerable voting machines. We're going to clean that all up, and we're going to give safe and secure elections that the people of Louisiana deserve.
So if you were talking to voters like you do all the time, going door to door, what would you tell them? What's your message on why they should vote for you, Brandon?
Yeah, because I'm a regular guy. I'm not in this. I don't need a job, and I'm not a politician. I'm doing this for the people. I want to restore customer service. I tell people all the time that we're in the customer service business and we happen to sell groceries. I think it's time that the government at every level starts focusing back on the customer, which is the citizens of Louisiana. And we're beholden to only one group of people, and it's not lobbyists or anything like that. It's the people of Louisiana. They need a business guy that has courage and backbone, like I proved when I went to the Supreme Court. And we're going to replace these faulty machines with paper ballots. First time ever you'll be able to audit your elections. We're going to clean up our registration rolls, and we're going to keep them clean. And again, we're going to give you a safe and secure election, again, like the people deserve, and they haven't had in a very long time. And so I'm your guy for that. And the only candidate that is even acknowledging the problems that we have. There's 4 other candidates in this race, and I'm the only candidate that acknowledges that we even have a problem. Avery, the others, they say everything's fine and hunky-dory, and it's not.
Well, we're glad that you took time to come here. He is Brandon Trosclair, running for Secretary of State. Brandon, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Avery. Appreciate it.
Well, coming up on TWILA, we have a TWILA boost to help you brighten your day. Stay with us.